when I look at a relationship like Charlie and Erika, I look at that and I think, okay, well, on the surface, outwardly, of course, they were going to portray this happy couple. They're so godly and blah, 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 right? That doesn't mean behind the scenes that they actually got along. Hello. My name is Ashlee and welcome to my channel. Today, we are going to be talking about the Bride of Charlie and how Candace is back to going after Erika Kirk. Before we get into it, please like and subscribe and turn on post notifications and all the things to help me in the algorithm. Comments really help. So if you want to comment, that would be really wonderful and I would love you so much. Let's get into it. So the talk of the internet lately has been Candace Owens and her new Bride of Charlie series. It's taking a lot for me not to say Bride of Chucky. I actually love horror movies and I love Chucky in particular. Chucky was the first horror movie I ever saw. I was like 5 and I watched it with my mom and that started my love for horror movies. So it's really weird to me to say the Bride of Charlie and it's taking a lot for I have to think about it every time it comes out of my mouth. But yes, she has gone completely insane and is now making the Bride of Charlie. And it's quite funny. To me, really, it's just quite funny how much different parts of the conservative sphere are just breaking apart and melting down at each other. In my member video this week, I'm talking about how Clavicular got mocked, and apparently it's a big news story, and because that's the time that we're in, and Ben Shapiro was talking about it and he was like, I just don't understand, this is so stupid. As if his rhetoric didn't get us to this point. There's just little schisms like that around the right-wing sphere right now, and it's hilarious to me, Candace Owens being one of them. So Candace Owens has been going on and on about how she doesn't believe the FBI, which I can understand. Cash Patel should not be believed. I don't believe the FBI either. She has been going after Erika Kirk for a while. Her and Erika Kirk supposedly had this truce that didn't work. So here we are. Here we are. And she has some crazy allegations because it's Candace Owens. Now, again, just a disclaimer before we get into this, because every time I talk about Candace Owens, I feel like I just have to have this disclaimer. I don't like her and I don't like Erika Kirk. All right? I don't like either of them. So we're going into this and I'm telling you, I don't like either of them. They both suck. I just think it's fun that they're starting to all hate each other. And I think that's great. So let's get into it. All right. So there's some things I found on Twitter. This being one of them. This is the thumbnail for the trailer. She had a whole ass trailer. But as you can see, it says Real Candace O is the best troll ever, Bride of Charlie hilarious. So that's what it looks like. That's the Bride of Charlie. An investigative series. So she has the first episode out. It wasn't a documentary or anything. It was just her podcast. So this is another one. Anyone else think the title Bride of Charlie was used purposely to insinuate that Erika resembles Bride of Chucky and she's a killer? Candace is just a POS. So this is ripping the right-wing sphere apart. And it has been for a minute now. Of course, this has been causing a tear within the right wing for a while now. Candace going against Erika Kirk. Those who are on Erika Kirk's side, those who are on Candace's side. And I will say a lot of people are actually on Candace's side because she just won't believe the FBI and she goes into all these conspiracy theories, and it makes sense that, not that it makes sense because it doesn't really make sense, but it makes sense that people don't trust the FBI because Cash Patel has been doing so horribly. I actually feel really bad about Nancy Guthrie because I feel like if there was a different head of the FBI or if there was actually serious people in charge, maybe the outcome would have been a little bit different. There is no outcome yet, but I'm just saying maybe things would have been a little bit different. And I say that to say that, a lot of these conspiracy theories are coming from questions or holes within explanations, or the whole, was that the real guy, like that they were saying it was, that whole thing, right? And the reason that there are so many holes in these investigations and there's so much going on that people just don't trust is because Cash Patel is not a serious man. He is not, he's not equipped, nor does he have the experience to be the FBI director. They were actually late, I think, to go to the Brown University shooting and to the Charlie Kirk shooting because there were no airplanes or no jets or whatever. I watched Criminal Minds, so they had I know they have jets. There were no jets for them to take because Cash Patel was using one for personal use to visit his girlfriend. So when you put podcasters in charge of the FBI, this is what happens. And so all these people who didn't trust the FBI before, who were primed by Cash Patel to not trust the FBI, now don't trust him. One, because he primed them to not trust him or not trust the FBI. Two, because he's not a serious person and he does not obviously care about doing serious work. That's what this administration is. Cash Patel is drowning right now in his job, and he's getting made fun of for like partying with the men's Olympic team. So we're gonna watch the trailer that Candace Owens put out. Everyone was going crazy over this.
Erika Kirk has been named the new CEO of Turning Point USA.
My husband's dead. I'm not trying to be morbid, but he's dead.
It's weird to say excited.
Describes her husband's funeral as the event of the century. Merch, hats.
We have 50,000 plus hat orders.
Nobody knows why she's out there in a glittering pantsuit in a recreated tent that her husband tragically was murdered in, throwing merch out.
Okay, that actually is really weird, and I didn't know that happened, but that is very bizarre. Her behavior has just been so bizarre, so I think that's another reason people just don't trust the narrative, because her behavior has been very bizarre, just weird as hell.
Everyone grieves differently, so if someone's acting weird, don't read into that.
Zionists, the Prime Minister of Israel, all lied through their teeth about Charlie Kirk.
Her operation was in Constanta, the epicenter of Romania's trafficking scandal.
We heard conversations to have with a 15-year-old. I'm gonna touch your butt.
$8.6 million to their own shell company.
What is going on?
We have nothing to hide. My aunt used to tell me, never do something that you don't want on the front page of a newspaper.
Okay. Okay, so that was the trailer to this series, and listen, I don't like Erika Kirk. I think her behavior has been bizarre. When I look at a relationship like Charlie and Erika, I look at that and I think, okay, well, on the surface, outwardly, of course, they were going to portray this happy couple. They're so godly and blah, 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 right? That doesn't mean behind the scenes that they actually got along. That doesn't mean behind the scenes that they were really... I don't know that they actually liked each other. I would gather to say that this marriage was probably a way for both of them to level up in their careers and in their status. And I think that's how they both were probably thinking about it. And that's just my personal opinion. That's just my personal opinion, but I think it's true. And so I think that's why now, once he has passed away, it does feel like she's almost excited to take on the female CEO role. She's excited to have that power and to have that influence, because I think that's something that she has always wanted and has always strived for. So now, even though she got it because her husband's dead, I think she's still happy and excited that she got it. which is why it's so bizarre that her and Charlie always were like promoting this trad wife type of life when Erika has never lived that life, and she is certainly not living it right now, which is why a lot of men who are involved with Turning Point USA, and even women who are involved with Turning Point USA, don't respect her and don't like her because she's a woman, and they don't think a woman should be in a power position like that. They think she should be at home with their kids. That is why I think when you have those type of misogynistic views, I don't think your marriage is going to be super healthy. Now, let's look at some of the responses to this video from the right-wing media sphere. They're quite hilarious, and I am in love with the crash out that they are having. It's, oh God, this is so fun. The world might be burning, but at least their internal community is breaking down, you know? It's fun to watch. This is Dan Bongino. And it's quite funny, and I'm sure you've seen parts of it because everyone's talking about it, but God damn Bongino's so funny. And I don't even know who's watching his show anymore, but it's hilarious. This is so funny.
I can't snap my finger and change everything, just like I couldn't snap my finger and just jump back right into this. It takes weeks for me to transition from this to go over to the government job and then to...
Wait a second. But weren't you a part of the FBI when he was killed, or did you already leave by then? Like, shouldn't you have some input on all of this? Shouldn't you have some answers? Weren't you a part of the FBI? Like, that's why people don't trust you guys, because you prime them not to trust the FBI. You prime them not to trust the government. And now when you're in government and you're obviously lying and you're sitting here and now you're a podcaster and you're like, man, you know, I can't go back in time. I can't give you answers. But weren't you a part of the FBI? Weren't you? This is when he disappeared, though. He had already disappeared by this point. Like, Dan Bongino had all but I think he might have been gone by this point, but it just wasn't leaked yet because he was nowhere to be found at this point. But it's just like, aren't you supposed to know these things? Like, weren't you a part of the FBI? Wasn't that you?
Maybe this movement's evolved into something different, and it's outgrown me and my friends of mine who, you know, always wanted to conserve generational truths.
No, it has outgrown you. Like, that's the thing. Like, I was talking about this in the clavicular members video. Their rhetoric has gotten us to this point. And yeah, you have been left behind. You've been left behind, and you and all these other conservative pundits have created a monster that you can now not control. And so you're over here like, I just don't understand how this happened. Like, F you, Candace Owens, F you.
You go yourself.
You created this monster, and you found your line in the sand, I guess. You know, I guess this is your line in the sand. Before this, you were more than happy to be Candace Owens, to be like Candace Owens, to talk about all these conspiracy theories, to continue to just spread lies and propaganda. And you were okay with that. And now you've created this monster that you cannot control. And you're like, it's so wild to me that like him and Ben Shapiro just don't understand how we've gotten to this point. It's like, you got us here. You got us here, and now you're the one being left behind. And for some naive reason, you thought that you were always going to be the thought leaders of this movement, and you thought you were never going to get left behind.
Candace Owens, as you may have heard me refer at the top of the show, is an evil, twisted human being. Now, the reason I say that today is because Candace has spent the last several months attacking the widow of Charlie Kirk, Erika Kirk. It took her just a few days after Charlie's sick murder in order to start casting aspersions at Turning Point USA, people who work there all the way up to the highest levels, up to and including Erika Kirk. She was doing that very, very quickly, and she's been doing it for months. I mean, truly for months.
I love how you have to give me truly for months. Yeah, I know. We know. We all know. We're aware. So the last thing we're going to talk about is one of the things that's in her investigative series. Candace Owens is insane. All right. She's insane. All right. She has, like, there is a lawsuit. I actually don't know. I should probably check in on that, see how that's going. The lawsuit against her from the French government because she kept saying that the French president's wife was trans. Continuously. They gave her a cease and desist. They kept trying. They're like, we're going to sue you. They did sue her. She did not stop. She did not stop. She kept going after her, and I don't understand why. It's just because she's a bigot and she's transphobic and she's a horrible person. That's who Candace Owens is. And so not only did she transvestigate a president's wife, she is also now transvestigating Erika Kirk. I really think, you know, Hassan says that like people who are transphobic, it's really just like a mental illness. I agree with that because it gets to this point where you're like, are you okay? Like, you obviously are not okay. Like, you're obviously not okay. It's just like, it makes you lose your mind for some reason. I don't understand it. Just don't be transphobic and you won't lose your mind. I don't know.
Happening right now where a young woman with absolutely zero professional qualifications has been inserted at the top of a charity organization that pulled in over $250 million last year. And the media is telling you that you have no right to know or to ask anything about her. The argument being made is that her husband was murdered. Therefore, she has a right to assume the position. And despite the fact that Turning Point USA is a literal charity, and therefore does not even have to pay tax on that $250 million+ or
which is insane.
Pay tax on the alleged future billions that it's due to rake in thanks to a deal with a man named Pierre. These talking heads are claiming that the public simply wanting to ensure the person who is running that organization is, I don't know, at a bare minimum, moderately honest about who she says she is, still have questions or concerns about who Erika Kirk is and why she seems to have lied many times on record. Well, you're Satan, and I'm sorry that you are. And also, I would like to remind you that you are destroying Charlie's legacy. Now, it is very important that I remind you, we haven't even said anything yet. A 2-minute trailer resulted in one of the most aggressive preemptive PR strikes that I have ever seen.
Bombshell, Candace Owens just uncovered Erika Kirk's secret early years, and it's wilder than anyone expected. Erika was born a male, and the kicker, Candace found Erika's actual yearbook photo from 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade at this school, and in one of them, Erika is dressed as a boy. Sure, full boy's outfit, short hair, posing like one of the guys. She was in 1st or 2nd grade. She was a child. Is this why Erika Kirk's backstory has so many holes? Why doesn't the family tree add up? This is she caught lying about basic facts? And I guess this is the picture. And then it says this Erika Kirk, but this one right here looks like it was doctor. She's wearing overalls. My mom used to put me in overalls when I was a kid, and I hated it. Like, I vividly remember a time when I was a child and my mom tried to put me in overalls, and I was like screaming because I did not like it. And she has like a bowl cut. Like, to me, this is not like, it's just like weird to me that you're looking at this and like this is, oh, she was born a boy. First of all, this picture doesn't prove anything. Second of all, she was a child and didn't really have all that much say over her appearance. And also, like, I just think this is a normal picture. And I don't really understand. I don't understand. That was the video today. Please tell me what you think about all of this below. This is so funny to me, actually. It's just hilarious, and I just find it so funny that this is like tearing the right-wing media sphere apart, and I love it. I'm here to help them, just break down. That's what I'm here for. So yeah, anyway. Please tell me what you think below. Please like and subscribe, and if you want to see that clavicular video, join my membership. Yeah, I will see you in the next video. Love you all. Bye.